Emily, do you know who Zelda is? This is Zelda. Isn't she a cutie? Do you like black and white kitties? Yeah, me too. Come on. Come on. Have you ever watched boxes? Yeah? Okay, switch off. And maybe we can put this one right over here. Watch your noggin. Okay, baby, I'm going to clean over here. Yeah, you do $1 a year. I know you.
Yeah, a really long time. It'll be obsolete. It won't be able to.
All right. What are you doing there? You want to get up there? Here, I can move that if you want. Here, I'll put that there. Okay, lay down. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're ready to do boxes. Do we have a category? Hey, that's ginseng, and this one is betony. Yeah, she is really pretty. That's the 5-liter mama. Oh, Lismo would be the category? Okay, well, we're going to get started. Yeah, we have, and then there's Fifi on top here. Oh. Okay. Hi, Peach. So, so our category, are you ready to start? And then we'll do, you like Fifi? Yeah, she's been kind of silly. Where were you two girls?
We're out in that one room. The room when you go out, then you go to this one. It's by the dog cage. It's by the umbrella. Cat's Cove or something.
Kitty City?
Yeah, Kitty City.
Oh, you were in Kitty City. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a couple extra minutes? You can do something for me?
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 kitties in June's room.
Okay.
There's a black one, and then kind of like a tigery kitty, and they need petting. Okay. Oh, they're both down too. Yeah, just talk soft to them and pet them, and they just need more people.
Okay. Love and attention.
Yeah, love and attention. You got that right. Libby's good at the loving and attention. Whoops, here, can you get your balance? Okay, well, if our category's ready, we will get started. And ginseng's been really goofy today. So we've got 3 boxes here, and we've got an envelope, and then we've got a sack right here, and then we'll do our stories, and we've got a special guest coming in tonight. Some of you might know who it is, but we're not going to tell. So let's get started. This one is from customer service. Oh, this is from Gecko. Is Gecko on tonight? Gecko on tonight? El Gecko? Oh, Desert Reader, that is so nice. You guys all know. Well, no, I'm. All I can say is, all of you or most of you know the guest that's coming. So this is from Gecko. Oh yes. This is high demand product here. So Gecko, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is 2 of the giant containers of the L-lysine, and every single kitty here gets this every single day. Well, at least almost every single kitty gets it. This is what we use. Oh gosh, he's like, no, he's in trouble all day today. Here you go, Emily. Oh my word, he's gonna make me do something hurtful yet to myself. This lysine we use for the herpesvirus, and I think I've told you guys we've used this for, oh my, probably 4 or 5 years, I'm not sure. Big difference in the how severe our eye problems get, or in much less amount of kitties. We put this in the breakfast food. We figure it up about every month or so. We change the date. Yeah, yes, this is actually for people for different kind of viruses also. And then we use it here, as I said, for the herpes virus. But we put it in the breakfast food, and so we figure out the approximate weight. It would be impossible to go around and dose everybody individually. So we do it as a mass amount, and we do it every single day. That powder stuff that you see that I put in the breakfast, this is what is part of what we put in there. So we'll put this over here. And those big jars do go a long way for us, so thank you. We got one huge box over here, but we're going to open this one next. This one came in second today, and it says, from Royal Recovery Solutions. I have no idea what that would be. Anybody got an idea? Yeah, you can use that L-lysine in powder or in pill. And if you get it in pill, you can crush it up. There must not be much of a taste to it because the cats never have a problem with it. There we go. It also comes in like a push tube thing too. Oh, you guys will like this. Especially for our people who stay overnight. And, oh my gosh, the thing is way heavier than what I thought it was going to be. This is something that the Rescue Center ordered. And it's one of those things. The battery surge protector. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was so heavy. Yeah, pets. Pet fun. So this is what we ordered for Kitty Castle, so that when we have all these, our power, you know, during the storm, we get so many surges all the time, and so each time when that happens, we have to reset everything for Kitty Castle. Not anymore. Not anymore. We got our battery protector. So I'm going to put this over here. There's my boyfriend. Daddy. That's my buddy. We have just this great big huge thing right here. Damien is here, yes. Did you steal my stool already? Here. Here, hang on. Hang on. Here, hang on there. Oh, I was going to give you a right back. Okay, ready? We got a great big box that Connie's working on.
I can help.
No. She doesn't need any help. She'll get it. Oh, unless Jackie says it's okay.
You want to hold this for me?
That's what Jackie.
Here, you hold that for me. Don't let the kitties get in there because they might get a sack in them around their neck. Do we know? No.
Oh. I can hold and lift it.
Oh, you can set it down and then but protect it so that the cats don't get a sack. We're not sure who this is from. Yeah, we ordered the surge protector. The kids. There it goes. Oh, sorry about that, Denison. The kitties ordered the surge protector. Yeah.
Jackie, the dogs are out and we're going.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Connie, you want to look at this? This is going to be silly. This is going to be silly.
I'm not sure who this is from. It doesn't say, but it's from Amazon. It's a Pet Fusion Cat Scratcher Lounge. I'm trying to think if I had gotten an email on this, but I'll be the first one to tell you I'm way behind on my emails. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Damien. But I'm not sure what a Pet Fusion is. Are you going to help me tell her? Come on. Come on, tell her. I wondered if that's what this is. Oh my gosh. What if that would have hit a kitty's head? That would have been awful. Honey, do you think we could? Oh gosh. Yeah, these are really cool. This is what, like our third one of these? Do we know who did this? Do we know who sent this? Who's going to be something? Oh, no. Oh, it's Middle Mom. Are you the one that sent this? These are cool. Yeah, these really are nice. Wow. And we just had one this past, well, it's been a month ago. And the kitties, they really use these. And you know what is cool? The one that we had, is Rachel's favorite place. He likes to get inside these. And then he whacks everybody that goes by. These are cool. We had the one that we were using. It's been here for a good month. And the cats get it where it just crumbles after a while because they scratch and they scratch and they scratch it. So we just took it outside just a couple days ago. And we decided it was still had a lot of good in it. So we're going to let the Cats Cove guys finish tearing it up because they will have a blast doing that. These are really cool. The cats love these. Yeah, the cats love these. And so the other one will finish up out there because after a while when they start getting real crumbly, they just start falling apart because their claws just do all that. But that's what it's for. So yeah, these are cool. And Rachel loves this, so he's missed that one the last couple of days. Well, there's no replacement to get. It's all one piece. It's all one piece, but you got a top side and a bottom side. So we keep turning them over and over again, and so they kind of wear them out at the same time. Yeah, these are really cool. Thank you so much. That's really neat. Yeah, and Bravo hides in the middle. You guys want this? Those are really neat. Oh. Okay.
Daddy, did you forget I was here?
I did not forget you were here. I would never forget that you were here. Because you're too cute, you. Okay, we have a card, and then we'll get to the S for sack. Uh-oh. Damien, where's the sack?
What's that?
Are you watching the sack? This is from Dark Cat. Our Dark Cat friend. I think our Dark Cat friend is on too. Thank you.
Whoa.
That sounded kind of scary. Michelle comes running around the corner. We heard a ka-thunk. Oh, here's Putter. Thank you, Dark Cat.
Put it at the fireman.
Says, do you know how fast you were going over that hill? Happy belated birthday to the Patties. Hope you like the ice cream. Love, Dark Cat. And if our Catatary could put that, there's a donation in here for the Rescue Center too, in honor of the Patty's birthday. Thank you, Dark Cat. Love the picture. Yeah, that's the Patty. We'll hang this up. Yeah, and look at this. Check this out. It's even got the badge. I'm sure that's a deputy. It can't be the sheriff badge. And then we have a stack before we get to our stories. That has to come in there. And this is from Michelle, who is staying in Kitty Castle. And Michelle's about an hour away. She's one of our closer ones. And she brought this in. And I think that's even the same one.
I think it is. Just better condition.
Much better. Oh, so Michelle brought one of the notebooks, and I showed her the one that I'm using. It's got the same design, but it's all patched up, and the binder clips in here they're just a mess. So I'm gonna trade that over maybe tonight. And we have a card from Michelle. Oh, this is for the medical, or this is for the Earth Angels.
Yeah.
Holy flying fur balls. What's your chat name?
Diego.
Oh yeah,
Diego
that's
Kitty.
right. I knew that. Diego Kitty. It says, I'm blown away by your niceness. Thank you for all you do for the critters. Michelle, who is Diego, and her kitty's name is Rusty.
Diego
Right.
and Rusty.
Diego and Rusty. What color is Diego?
Black.
Black.
Yep.
And Rusty
Is
orangey.
Yeah.
So thanks to Michelle for the Earth Angel fun. And then we have our poopy bags.
Yep.
Are those homemade cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oatmeal scotchies.
Oh, I'll have to,
He's got them dead in the trash.
we'll have to save a couple for
You
my
what, Paul?
mom. Oh, and look at this. Some of our favorites, sardines and water, bulldog sardines. There's 3 sardines. If you guys have not watched breakfast, I wish you could all see Bravo at breakfast. He's a fierce warrior at breakfast time. We have a case of the chicken whiskas. Thank you, Michelle. And a little kitty treaters, the snackers, and pens, and posties. There's 3 packages of the Bics. I threw 2 pins out. Oh, these are colored ones too.
There's a blue package, black package.
Oh, they're blue.
and a
Oh,
mix.
yeah. Blue, black, and a mix. I threw 2 pins out today, which just shows you we write a whole lot. And little sticker noters. And let me put these over there. Yeah. And you know, I watched last week, there was a volunteer. I watched this twice one day last week. People getting in there to get the pens and write it, doesn't work, and what do? Put them right back in the container. I did that, they did that. Why do we do that? Can we put those up there too? And we have some, what did you say, scotchies?
Oatmeal scotchies.
Oatmeal scotchies. These are good, I can tell. These are... You guys, I wish you were here. We would share all of this with you. Even the sardines.
Here.
You want to put those in pen
Paul
one?
wanted one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Paul wants one?
Yeah.
Oh, this looks suspiciously like something. Mmm. Red Moscato. How do you guys know this stuff? We have Red Moscato. Yep. Now, you know what? You can't beat Moscato and cookies and sardines. What better treat could there be? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hey, Michelle.
Yes.
I'll share this with you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to put this in so the cats don't spill it.
Then I would like that dog. So I'll get this Grandma. This Mr. has peeled on my foot.
Mmm.
Psych, you waited too long.
What's that?
It's been so long since I've had it. And
My daughter-in-law and son had that for their wedding, and that's how Dina brought it one day on a Sunday so we could try it when we were figuring out what they wanted for the wedding. Okay, well we're gonna do some stories, and should we do your story first? Our special guest, of course, is our Connie. And I had a medical record
Not
book.
much special here, huh?
Did you see where I put the photo book now? You told me I'm losing everything tonight.
I don't know what the photo book looks like.
Oh, I got it right over here.
Pictures of
Well, I don't know if I have pictures of them in here, but I have their stories here. So Connie was nice enough to say she's going to give us a different point of view tonight. And, and so what we're going to do is Connie had, and then I have a story marked. She's our special guest because she's our volunteer, as you know, but she adopted 2 cats last year from us. And one of them was Kokomo. You all remember Kokomo. And the other one is Captain Americat. And Connie was kind enough to adopt these. These both had some problems when they came in. You remember? A lot of you will remember Kokomo and Americat. They're really cool cats. And I got to see Americat today. We trimmed the nails on them. So, just as a refresher, Americat had come here in August of 2010, so that's been 2 years ago. And then Connie adopted him in October, so just 2 months later. But when Americat came in, he's a really long brown tiger white, and I think the reason that we all just went boo-boo about him was because he looked a lot like our Albert boy, who was a very special boy to all of us here. And he was so tiny. Do you remember how tiny? He was just a little bit of nothing. When he first came in, he was just 1 pound, 16 ounces when he first came. So he was really little. He had a lot of fleas on him. He had a head tilt. His head was tilted. And his 2 front feet, I put down deformed. And Connie will tell you now how he does. But I noticed today when I trimmed his nails, there's like two of his claws are like together, so I could trim two of these nails at the same time. They're joined there together. But he really didn't have any trouble. I remember when he first came, it was kind of the head tilt thing was more bothersome. And Connie told me today she remembered that he was in a pen around the corner where he stayed at for a little bit, and I believe we were trying to keep track of to make sure that he was going to be able to walk okay and to see the improvement on his head. And we were also medicating him to try to help him with the head tilt in case they had been due to inflammation from an injury of some sort. So he was adopted. He was only 6 weeks old when he came, and he's just really a cool cat. And Connie will tell you how he's adapted at home. And then the second cat that Connie adopted was Kokomo, and we were both talking about this morning, how Kokomo came in, and back up on AmeriCat, somebody just found him. He was just one of those so-called found kitties. But Kokomo came here. This is when we had Earth Angels, our spay-neuter clinic, and it was a open day for surgery that day. And keep in mind, we did surgeries out there. We were not a wellness clinic or a regular vet clinic. We were a spay-neuter clinic. So I remember this lady came in, and she had this wee little thing. Kokomo at that time was 5.5 weeks old. And she wanted to know if we could help it. And I looked at it, and I was appalled, I remember, at how Kokomo looked. Kokomo's a girl. And I asked what happened, because the skin was all chomped up and chewied and was just a mess. And she tried to tell me it was because of fleas. Well, he did have fleas, and I've seen thousands of cats with fleas, but nothing like what this cat was. And I felt very strongly. I've seen cats that have come in here with rat bites all over it. And I felt very, very strongly that Kokomo was not a victim of fleas, but was a victim of rat bites. And so she still wanted us to treat it and give it back to her, and I told her, no. I said the only way that we were going to treat this cat was if she relinquished it to us. And she didn't have money to take it, so I knew I was on pretty safe grounds of kind of pushing that issue a little. So she did. She relinquished him, and we cleaned him up, scrubbed him up. I think we did a lot of shaving around some of those wounds and got him on antibiotics. And, of course, you know, he healed. But we've had rat bites before, and it's just horrid. You know, that's just dirty conditions where rats can do that to the cat. It's kind of sad. So we're going to turn it over here to Connie, and she can tell us a little bit more about how these two kitty cats are doing.
You hear her?
Oh yeah, I didn't know you were. Hi, Kokomo. She says, no thanks to you. I'm going to move this paper, Connie, so it's easier for them. Give me just a minute, because it's going to be a little noisy.
That's okay.
Come on, guys, over here. Okay, Connie.
I'm so sorry. She usually doesn't hiss at home. But, you know.
She's gotten way big.
I think she might be getting I've been known to have fat cats. Hi, this is Kokomo. We'll see. Yeah, Kokomo is hi, feline. Can you guys hear her? I call it her droid.
Her chortling.
Yeah, and her hissing. Can you hear her?
Do you know when Kokomo left us, she was 3.5 pounds. She was a baby.
She's so sad. Oh my, you're ready. You're just gonna rip them up, aren't you? She's funny. I was here the night Kokomo was brought in. I remember Jackie taking her over there to wash her. I was volunteering.
She remembers that too.
My, oh my. Okay, you go back in the bed. Okay.
Isn't that funny that this is not their world here anymore? They want to go back to their home. Don't leave me here.
Sorry, kitties come first. Always come
She's
first.
beautiful.
She is. She really is. She might be a tad overweight. I don't know.
That's okay.
I don't know, maybe. And I was here and I saw And you could almost see in her bones it was under both of her, I don't know, her arm legs and her other leg, bite on her back. And I remember the story of the lady, and I kept, to be honest, I was afraid the lady was going to come get her. Leg pits, yeah, there you go. And I remember hugging on her, you know, one of those, if you make it, I'll take you home. And I've not said that to many cats since, because I ended up taking her home. And all she wanted to do, we put her in the pen that night, and all she wanted to do was play. Played with the toy, and it's like, how can you possibly, with that raw, I mean, you couldn't even hold her with the blanket because she was just so raw. And actually, as she got better and better, I mean, she really wanted out. But I remember that was about the same time the patties came. And Jackie would put Kokomo in with the baby patty boys to get them energized to start playing. Do you remember that?
I remember that. Right in there.
Right in there. Because I remember coming in once and looking and thinking, why is Kokomo in there with those patties? Yes. Yes, I would walk around holding her. And she was just awesome. No matter what, it didn't matter. She just wanted to play and had no idea anything was wrong with her. That's why when Jackie says they don't think they're handicapped, they really don't. To adjust at my house, it's yes, a lot of spirit. It didn't take Kokomo especially. It took like next to no time at all. I had 2 home cats. They're kind of big cats, kind of. Some people might even say fat, but you know, they're big cats.
Adipose tissue.
And Kokomo fit right in. And we got my little Americat. He's just, I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted 2 kitties, but because I had watched people get adopted, and it seemed like 2 kitties together at the same age were more well adjusted. But I couldn't for the longest time decide who to take with her, and the few I thought of, for some reason, I just always, I mentioned Americat, and he was under in Antonio's den, and as I held him, I felt bad because I hadn't spent the time with him like I did with Kokomo, and oh yes, I love Novak, and that's right, Novak went in and wanted to come with us. I forgot about that. And as I held Americat, and said, "I'm sorry, I haven't bonded with you," he put his little head right there and looked up at me, and that was it.
That's it.
Yeah, we took him home. And how they are adjusting at home, awesome. Americat's still real. He loves me. He loves Precious, my real big cat. He doesn't really care too much about anybody else.
Has he bonded with you? That's his
He's
person.
like, he's the one person, yes, and he steals. One time, I was walking through my bedroom and didn't turn the light on and stepped it. Oh my gosh. I thought what I stepped in, well, you know, it was mushy and gushy. I turned on the light, and here it was a piece of raw steak. That little Dickens had got in the grocery bag as he was putting groceries away, grabbed a hunk of steak and ran into my bedroom with it. Guess he likes it rare. And he's stolen chicken. Yes, chickens. Usually cooked though. Stolen chicken. He's just a little thief. And I love him. They are, I've had them for 2 years. Yeah, almost 2 years.
August and November. No, their birthday, Meerkat's in June, and Kokomo's in April.
They're both 2. I've had them almost 2 years.
Yep, in October.
In October.
Yeah.
And yes, they're awesome.
And
Yeah,
Meerkat
got
have any trouble with his
And
leg?
Meerkat. The only thing I had to do with Meerkat was as he was little, he couldn't jump. He had trouble jumping up. So I would just put boxes, those bins with lids on it, and put a cover on it so he could get up on my bed. And then he would jump on that, jump on a chest, and then jump down to my bed, which was kind of backwards, but that's my American, and I love him.
And I don't think he has the leg troubles. I think it's all I noticed today on him was his feet, his toesies.
Yeah, they don't retract, which is why he reminds me very often when he needs his nails clipped. Thank God for that. Yes, he's awesome.
Thank you.
He just kind of, he just walks a little wobbly now and again, but he just gets back up. Kind of like me. I walk a little wobbly, he just gets back up. Okay, I'm done taking your time up.
Thank you, Connie. So you just brought Kokomo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a Meerkat in there, but when I opened it to put Kokomo in, he was gone. Treats,
He says,
shaking,
"You made me go once
food."
today.
Yep. No way was he getting in there.
Kokomo looks gorgeous, Connie.
Yes,
Absolutely
she
gorgeous. Yeah.
Meerkat.
Sheep.
Sheep, yes. Meerkat. Damien, I'm supposed to tell you, I hope you're listening because I would never talk about you like this, Splash. But I'm supposed to tell you, remember that old woman that was here that kind of talked English?
Oh, the one with the cats on thing?
Yeah. Yeah. She's on there and says hi.
Like me?
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to tell you. I read that. Tell him the old lady said hi. Otherwise, I
That's
would
when
never.
we called her. That's the only reason we said that. Oh, kind of speak. That's what he said.
No, because she's saying it.
We also have our guests. We have two other guests here for the weekend. Also, Emily and her mom Annie. And you want to come up and tell them where you're from too?
What?
That way we won't.
And maybe your grandma's on there yet? Is she on yet?
Yes.
You want to just
And Uncle John.
Ellie was on. She got you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Annie,
I'm Emily.
and we're from Naples, Florida. We'll say hi. We say hi, Uncle John. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Momo.
And Beth is your mom's friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here's the greeting. I like your
Emily.
dress.
Emily is the cam pro. She's the one who watches the kitties. Yeah. And so you don't know. And the grandma to Emily is Susie 2 on there, and they're gonna stay till Sunday.
We don't really know.
Oh, don't know
We're
yet.
just flying by the seat of our
Okay.
pants right now.
Yeah, their plans have changed
Quite a
drastically
bit
today. So, and then Michelle.
She went out.
Okay, and Michelle, I mentioned her a little bit. She's the one who made the cookies. It's here too. And Michelle's the one staying in Kitty Castle. Well, we have another story to tell you too. And you know, as I was looking through this book here, 2006. Oh, sorry your mom couldn't make it. Yeah, and you're very pretty.
Oh,
Aw.
thank you. Thank you.
No, I don't think she's going to take a later plane, but we're hoping she'll come at a later time, another visit,
Yep.
and that Emily and Annie will be able to come back again. Yeah, Emily loves the kitties. So while I was looking at all these books, at all these stories here, it dawned on me. What's the matter, babe? it dawned on me how many injured or sick or uncared for kitties we had, and then it got like, well, do we really want to share all these? But then I thought that's what this week and next week is all about, sharing what comes in the door. And you know, I had a person one time ask me, well, why do you take in those kind of cats? She had said, well, that's what a rescue does. We don't weed them out and say we're only going to take the healthy, we're only going to take the ones that are with no medical issues. You take them as, and actually, when we do hear of one that has an injury, you know, my heart goes out more to them because they won't get, a lot of those won't get the medical care that they need. But we don't weed out those guys. So that's what a rescue is. That's what we do. So this is a kitty that happened to be one of my very favorite kitties here. And her name was Nina, which means little dear one. And this was in 2006. So this was also before cam time. This was a little kitty that came here, and she was one of the worst banged up kitties that we've had here. And she just really grabbed my heart. I remember this kitty so well. And I'll read you her story. I'll show you her picture here. This one first. That was Nina. And it says, Nina, little dear one, this beautiful black kitten arrived at FFRC on the evening of Saturday, June 10th. She was brought by her owners. 3 days earlier, she had been badly mutilated by the fan belt of their car and must have suffered terribly during those 3 days when left outside to fend for herself. Her front left leg was missing, and her tail and back right foot was severely injured. She was relinquished to FFRC. Sometimes these people come in the door and they say, yeah, this is my cat. You know, I didn't want to spend the money for it, but yet it's their cat, and they don't care. Or they want us to fix them up and then give them back to them, and I never, ever do that. I never will do that. If they really want that cat injured, they will take it to their vet. We immediately cleaned up the wounds, which was full of maggots. But the kitten was so weak that surgery was not an option at that time. She needed nourishment to help regain some of her strength before she could have surgery. She was given the name Nina, which means little dear one, and we all fell madly in love with her. On Tuesday, Dr. Cindy performed the surgery on our little girl. Her leg was properly removed instead of fan belt removed, as well as half of her foot and most of her tail. She actually died on the table, but our dedicated Earth Angel staff revived her. We had a few rough days that followed, but she was a fighter. On Thursday, she received a blood transfusion, but it did not give her too much needed lift. One of my cats gave the blood transfusion to Nina. So thanks to Bonzo, that was my cat, she received another transfusion on Tuesday, but still to no avail. Nina died early Tuesday evening, and that would be a week after her surgery. She broke our hearts that day. We love you, Nina. This was a real sad case because, to me, this kitty here represents what happens to these kitties that aren't cared for. You know, it's not okay to have a cat if you can't feed it and you can't spay and neuter it and you can't take care of the medical bills. Now, I do know that there's a lot of things that happen in life because, trust me, I've been near homeless myself on one occasion, and I know how it is when money is tight. I know, and that's why I'm so dang frugal with everything. But I'm a big believer that if you're going to own a cat, before you make that decision to own a cat, make sure you have enough money to treat that cat and to spay and neuter it and have a little bit put aside that if an emergency happens, to be able to take it in. It's a must. You know, how many times do we get people that come to our doors and say, this is our cat, but we don't want it because we can't take care of it and it's hurt. You know, it happens all the time. And this little kitty here, we have pictures of her injury, but I think I just probably won't even show those. But she had her one leg was cut from, removed. Do you remember Nemo?
Nemo, what?
Nina.
Okay, no.
Yeah, the fan belt took her arm and part of another foot and her tail. And but surgically, Dr. Cindy made her look like a beauty queen afterwards, you know. And this kitty, the first couple of days after surgery, she did perk up, but then it ended up being too much. But it got to be to the point where we had to do one thing or another, either let her go permanently to sleep, to euthanize her because of the injuries, or to go ahead with the surgery. But these maggots is the other thing that I wanted to talk about, is that these poor kitties who are injured outside, and nobody likes maggots, they're just icky. But this is going to be the first summer in all these years we've done this that we have not had a single maggot case come in. And they say it's because, you know, the fly population has decreased so drastically because of our drought. So in a way, that drought has been a good thing for us, because what happens in the heat of the summer and the moisture of the summer is that when an animal is injured, the flies come in and they set their eggs, and then the maggots will continue to feast on that flesh. So this summer, I guess that's the one good blessing that we've had with this summer heat, is that it hasn't let the flies multiply. But Nina, to me, represents, here is the day after surgery. Here's the day after surgery. This middle one here. All shaved, that icky, ugly wound was closed. The leg was repaired as good as possible, and she ended up with a really short tail. This was her leg after surgery. Dr. Cindy did an awesome job. She did an awesome job. And this was, I remember these so well, 2 days after her surgery. The kitties, when we would lay Nina on a rug, the other kitties would come and lay on her. And I just loved that. I just thought that was so sweet that they would do that. And then this was a picture the day before her death. You could tell she was not feeling good any longer. So, but we never guarantee that when these cats come in, that just because we take them in, that everything's going to be peachy keen. We never guarantee it, but what we do guarantee is that we will help it to the best that we can. And that's where it comes back to the medical thing. We guarantee if we take a cat in or a kitty in and there's a medical issue, which to me they all have a medical issue, because regardless, they have to have all the basic treatment. But if they come in injured or wounded, we promise it that if we are able to take it, if we take it in, that their medical care will be of utmost importance to us. And so that's important for us to do, and that's partly what we're doing here this week and next week, is that we can be assured that we can carry that on, that if a next creature that comes in is injured, that we can do our best in giving the medical care that it needs. So there was one other, if I can find it here. That's a story for maybe tomorrow night. Oh, this was a cool story. I mean, this was a cool cat, I should say. This cat, his name was Percival, and this is his good picture here. And see how skinny he is? He was a fat old thing pretty soon after we got there. After we got him. It says Percival. He arrived June 16th. And he was another abuse case to FFRC. He had deep wounds under his right arm and around his neck, caused by a dog collar which did not release. Somebody had put a dog collar on him and then left him outside. and they moved away. He had somehow worked his front leg up under the collar, so the collar then came under his armpit, and he could not free it. His owner's neighbor saw him up in a tree, but he would not come down. However, under the cover of darkness, he descended from the tree to find food. She rescued him that next night, and brought him to FFRC. We named him Percival. We removed his collar, cleaned the wounds, bathed him, gave him antibiotics to prevent infection. His wounds were treated twice a day for many, many, many days. Throughout this ordeal, Percival was gentle and allowed us to do whatever was needed. Initially, he kept to himself, but over the course of several weeks, he began to crave attention and affection by purring and ankle rubbing. Such a sweet boy. Percival was adopted by his rescuer and will live his life outdoors, out of harm's way. He had been an outside cat. But this is why, this is the collar that was on him. And whether this was a dog collar or not, this is what improperly placed collars can do to a cat or a dog. Icky, icky, icky. Yeah, they rub and they tear and they infest into the skin. And it's never necessary. There should never be a cat or a dog. You see these dogs on TV where the collars are embedded. Thank God that once those collars are removed, that they actually, once they're scrubbed and cleaned up and shaved all around there, they actually do heal very fast. But we do antibiotics and lots of pain meds for those. But that's something that should never happen. But Percival, he was a cool dog, or a cool cat. I always called him my little dog there for a long time. He was a really neat cat, and the thing about Percival too is, here, he was going to be, the story isn't actually all the way right. The story ended up where the person who rescued him ended up not getting to take him, and we ended up keeping him. He became then our clinic cat. This is what he would do. He would just lay in this tub. Every day I would do this to him and scrub his wounds. Here it is healing. Went from that big ugly thing to this, to this. And there he had a lingering one under his armpit that we would always work with. And it just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller until there he is. Look at that big fat sassy cat there on the bottom. He was, and he knew he was beautiful, and he knew he was loved. He could get away with anything. He would always come into the clinic during when we would snag a lunch between surgeries, and whatever Percival wanted, Percival got. So, hi Linda. So, yeah, most of these stories end up good, but that's the one thing we always say to our volunteers, especially when they're new, is just because cats get in here doesn't mean that that it's a for sure guaranteed ride, that things do happen here. So we depend on our angels here out there to help us with the medical costs, or otherwise we would never be able to do this. And so because of what you all have done so far, our Feliz Navidad fund looks a whole bunch better. Quit that. And I'm most honored of that, and I will always be very respectful of every penny in there to do the best that we can with that money. He lived out his whole life here at FFRC. He ended up dying of an older age, but no complications of what he came in here for. So he was a pretty cool cat though. Percival was his name, and he was a very spoiled boy. He want me to give you a hug. That's Emily. She's a pretty cool girl. Well, how about if I go get our figure and we'll do another tally on our amount. If anybody would like to donate to our Feliz Navidad fund because of our Earth Angel fundraiser, if you want to go to FOFrescue.org, there's a link. It's on the right-hand side that you can click on that, and it'll take you to a PayPal, or you can send in checks too, or money orders. And today we started getting the checks in, so we not only have the PayPal amount, but we have some check and some cash money to add into it. So, did you get to go out to Cat's Cove yet?
No.
Okay, we'll make sure they get out to Cat's Cove. You did see the sun porches though, right? Did you like them? Do you know what their names are? Oh, what color was the one you liked? Orange? Mew, maybe? Did he have a little white on them? Yep, that's Mew. Yep. Well, let me go get our figure here.
There's another orange one up there. It's all orange and cloud list. Funny looking to you. It's called
When we walked up there, too.
I'm from Naples, Florida.
No, gentle. Don't bite it. Honey, don't bite. What were you gonna do? What were you gonna do once you got there?
Are you reading the questions that she's done? What? Read the time. Say hi, Uncle John. I don't know if they can talk to you. It's almost time out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, I really like school.
Oh, yeah, we beat them up.
Thank you.
Are you answering questions? Is it too overwhelming?
My kitty's names. My smallest kitten is Kelly. My middle-aged kitten is Kiki. And my oldest kitten is Stumpy. Come on, Phil. Come on, Bert. Come on, Philbert. Yeah, Philbert. Mom, they're asking you questions. Missing an eye.
Okay, are you ready? We need an extra big drum roll tonight. Oh, we got real drum roll. Cool. Okay, so for the first night, 8-7, we had 3,669. The second night, 5,557. Last night was 6,404. Are you ready for this? Just now the PayPal is 7,325. Cash and checks 1,670.
Holy crap.
Makes for a total of 8,995. $5 short of 9,000 bucks.
I got 5.
She's got
funny?
five.
Oh, crap.
Isn't that awesome? Wow. 8,995 buckles. That's that many dollars we get to help with our medical things. Yeah. Wow, that's just amazing. It's really... And today's Friday. We have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 9 more days, but, you know, it will slow up because a lot of you already have donated for us. Yeah. There is not a financial goal. What our aim is, though, is to be able to pay off our past debts, medical debts. Hey. There it is. 8,995 plus 50 buckles. That's anonymous.
Yeah.
We have $9,000. Yay! Oh, you're funny, CG. I love that. That's cool. So I didn't set a goal because you guys always blow me away anyhow. So, but what we want to do is to pay our past debts. You know, we were all caught up and was just sitting there hunky-dory after that Fiver Friday. And then, then spring hit, and after dozens and dozens and dozens of surgeries later, we've gotten behind. And because, too, of our change of Earth Angels, some changes that have happened from when we had our clinic, Earth Angels, we incurred some extra expenses also. So we're trying to get all that caught up also. And then we had one space surgery last week, and the x-ray is added on top, and then all of our specialty surgeries, and then our Bravo surgery. And then what we would love to do is, if there's anything extra, to put it into Feliz Navidad's fund as a cushy for the extra. That was one thing I had wanted to kind of go over a little bit. So, because sometimes people think, wow, that's a lot of money and it's gone. But like these little bottles, here, these are $400 bottles. That little thing there is $400 bottle. This treats 5 cats. So it's a vaccination. So when we have, that treats 5 cats. It does 10 doses. They get 2 doses, so it treats 5 cats. So it's expensive. This crate here of vaccines, this is 50 doses. Yeah, 50 doses. Almost all the cats gets 3 of these. So, it's not like it treats 50 cats. It treats, all the cats get 2 minimum. Most of them get 3 of these apiece. And this little bottle, this little thing here is also another $40, or $400 tray there. And what I had told you the other night was when we have to do the ringworm thing, those pills make me have nightmares. To treat 100 pills of that is $700, and it takes 10 of those a night, and we do it for 21 days. So that's a very, very expensive thing. So it all adds up. It all adds up. It comes down to the gauze that we have to have for surgery, even just the alcohol, the disinfectants we use for surgery, the ear cleaners, the different ear medicines, the eye medicines. We must have probably 6 different kinds of eye medicines. We've got 3 different kinds of ear medicines. We are always using antibiotics here. There is not a day goes by here that we're not using some kind of antibiotics. The pain meds that we use. The list goes on and on and on. Syringes. It's just the separate needles that we use. Yeah, it all adds up. So I appreciate this very, very much. I don't know yet on Bravo surgery. They were going to try to give me a little bit of an estimate. We talked about it one time, but they're not going to really know for sure. What I do know. Oh, Annie, is it okay if Beth takes a picture of? Yep, it's okay, Beth, for her grandma. What I do know is that, like the injections that our Emmeline gets, those none of it is cheap, and the prices on the meds they're skyrocketing. They're just going up and up. But I do know on like Bravo surgery, when I talked to her yesterday, usually they pack a whole batch of surgeries in a certain time frame. Well, that whole time frame is being saved for Bravo, except for one kitty that's going to have an ear cleaning under sedative, and then a doggy a small dog that's going to be neutered. So that won't take a lot of time. The whole rest of that time is going to go for Bravo, and that's 2 vets, 1 vet tech, and several other techs that will be in the room. The instruments, sutures, all of that goes with that. So there's a lot involved in it. Yeah, you want to be careful because it might fling and hit a kitty in the eye. Okay?
Put it down, baby.
So we'll know afterwards.
This kitty.
I don't really know MS, but I do know this. I'm going to be there, and I've got the numbers of 3 of our moderators, and I will text them and let them know what's going on, and then they'll relay it right there on the chat, so you all will know what's going on with Bravo. So I know, I don't know. I think sometimes people love bugs. I think people get carried away with the cutesy kitty, cutesy puppy thing, and they forget the long-term cost of all of this stuff. Thank you. All prayers are welcome. Yeah. That's why, you know, that's why when people come in here and it's a rush, I don't ever do a rush job on the cats. They have to really know what's involved in it. Well, I know you guys love all these kitties. I know you do, and I appreciate that. And our oldsters. Remember when was that? About 2 months ago, we took in, what? How many cats did we take in that one day for dentals? Oh my gosh, that was a really expensive day. We did so many dentals, including Farah. Remember one of her falls? She had busted a canine tooth, and so we had to have that taken out. You might want to ask the mods. I'm not sure if they want me to give their names, but you can ask, and if they want to say, they can. Usually they let me go in the surgery. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, Filbert had a dental, and the same day he had a dental, he had that eye removed too. Okay. Yeah, there's one. Nancy Pants is. Yeah, dentals are not cheap. Dentals are actually sometimes more expensive than the eye enucleations. Okay, I think we are done. Everything is going real good here with the kitties. We do have 3 of them that have a little eye gook. Nothing drastic. They're all on meds. They're all healing. We're washing them every day. Yep, and dentals are done under an anesthetic. Yep. All right. We're glad to have our guest here this weekend. The 2 new sick babies. They did not make it. I'm very sorry. I'm really sorry to tell you. The little gray one was almost gone the night before they arrived, and it revived a little bit that morning that they brought them. We kept feeding them every 2.5 hours, but they didn't make it. So very sorry about that. Dunnigan and Parisa, they're doing good. They're doing good. I've heard from so many of them this week. Yeah, we don't like to lose any of them. I also heard from my daughter who has Vinny and Vali, and oh gosh, I'm trying to think what they renamed the kitty, but it was they took Ramondo. Forget what they're renaming Ramondo, but you know what? She said something today that just gave me the biggest kick. She said that she can see a big difference, and they were probably only like 2 weeks old bats. She said she can see a difference in the 2 kitties. You know, Vali had not been in a rescue where he was surrounded by lots of people, whereas Ramondo was. And she said Vali is a little bit shy, a little bit timid, and not nearly as trustworthy, where Ramondo is in everybody's faces. You sit down, whether you're sitting down trying to do something important or cooking or whatever, he's right there in their laps, and they just are loving it. The girls are extremely happy. So is Chad, so is Karen, and it was really, really cute. That's it. That's right, Anna Marie. It's Ebony, but they're calling them Ebby. Yep, thank you for that. Yeah, did you see the pictures they posted? Really cool. You're welcome, Peach. Yeah, you can, most of the vet offices have pet insurance. You have to check what kind it is. We've got any inquiries on adoptions. I've got somebody coming Sunday morning that's a real serious looker. She sounds like an awesome going to be a kitty mommy. And then we also have, let me think here a minute. Pergerone is on hold. And possible hold, maybe coming up sometime soon, maybe. On McLovin, I'm hoping. Mariska, nobody yet. Not on Mariska yet. And Pergerone, he just cracks me up. He makes me laugh all the time. Someone was interested in Jaina, but that never came through. Queenie is doing great. The pictures that they show of Queenie, she looks totally relaxed, happy, comfortable. Yep, you know what? This is the slowest time of the year for adoptions. People sometimes worry about that for us. You know, adoptions are a little slow. This is very normal. We are exactly where we are every year. The adoptions are very slow this time of year because there's all those so-called free kitties out there that I wonder is going to get all their medical cares and spays and neuters they need. It's very typical. Year after year we see the same stats. Summer's very low and then it'll pick up. October gets better, November gets better, December is great, January is super, February is very good, March is real good, then it starts dwindling down again. So we have probably half good, half bad. All these kitties in here, don't worry, they're all going to get adopted, almost all of them at least. Ask me about Missy. Missy's having a few struggling days right now. So every time I go in, I go get her and hold her a while again. Yeah. Which one is it? Oh, is it my baby boy? I love this boy.
Grabbed him out of my hand.
Didn't know you came forward.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You
All
did.
right. Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's got me wrapped around his cotton picking tail.
I had to take his
No more cotton picking tail stuff.
I had to take off his girdle for just a little bit.
To get his, you know what though? Be careful. You know his band that Duratio wears. Not only is it good for him because of the stability, but today we had something happen that really reinforced. I keep saying that it also makes a good grab for us. Today we were holding him out here in the office and a truck went by that was really loud. And you know, I've told you guys how he just kind of spazzes with sound. Holy mackerel, he made this guttural, horrible sound that came out of him. He was scared to death and he just flew out of Kate's hands. And, oh no, poor Judy S. And thank goodness she was right by a piece of furniture and he just kind of flipped out and went onto that, and she was having trouble. Did you guys hear it? Oh my gosh, I was on my feet in a second, and it was hard to hold him, so I just slipped my fingers right underneath his band and was able to lift him down onto the floor safely with that. So it does good things.
I think that's Becky's way of telling me do not take off the girdle.
Just be careful. No loud sounds. I know you do. Thank you everybody for being with us, and I'm so very happy that you are. And once more, let's look at that one more time. Whoops. Got to get that fiver out. There's the fiver. Makes it 9,000 buckos. Oh, thank you, you guys. I think you're all awesome. Pretty cool, huh? Well, hugs to you all. Hey, and I did want to mention one more thing. The reason that if I email you back and ask you for your email address, most of you people, I've got your email, your physical address from T-shirts and cookbooks and Catathon and all that stuff. But if I don't have it, I've been asking for your addresses because we have something kind of cute to send to everybody, and I'm so excited about it, and I want to do it. And so that's why. So last time for Fiverr Friday, I wrote immediately email thank you. This is going to be a little different, so just be patient and you'll get it. Thank you. Yeah, is really on Sunday night. Yep. Thank you, Cheryl. Back to ya. Oh, thank you. I like those purrs. Okay, I'm gonna probably not do any more emails tonight, but I will catch it in the morning, Liz Mo. Yeah, Kate loves him. Today she told me I was his godmother and she was the mommy, and then later she said, no, I'm the mommy and she's the godmommy. Oops. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. The chat's moving so fast. I think I missed a few questions. If I did, I'm so sorry. Hutter went after his avatar? Is that what I saw somewhere on there? Okay. Hey, Damien. What? Leanie wants you to say hi to her. Remember Leanie? No. Well, she's on there. She wants to say hi to you.
Are you gonna?
I can't get the chat. The thing is all right. I can get them if it's a string, but I can't if it's a thread. Needle says, yeah, and I'll set up the playground. Do you want me to read it if Mimi says something? Where's Mimi? There are, a whole bunch of them are saying, hi Damien, hi Damien, hi Damien. Do you want to talk to him about anything? Who's your favorite cat?
All of us and all of us except the cat.
Oh. Who's your favorite person? Here. You know you're my buddy, don't you? He's just the cutest thing. They missed you. They haven't seen you for a little while.
You mean a long time?
For a long time, yeah. So what's your favorite cartoon?
I don't know. I have hundreds.
You have hundreds of cartoons?
I think so.
Wow.
Hundreds, I think.
What, are you anxious to start school again?
I'm gonna, but I'm done with preschool already, Jackie.
I know you're done with preschool. You're ready to go on to the big stuff, aren't you?
I mean kindergarten.
Yeah.
Kindergarten knows more than that.
You're not going in first grade, are you?
Huh?
You're not going in first grade, are you? You're going in kindergarten, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep, I'm 5. Don't see